G's is back. Hannibal Heckler, Eddie Giggs, a.k.a. Eddie the Ass Eater. Eddie, yeah, come todo. Eddie, I'm off you. We got my dog in the crib.
Very talented.
Eddie throws my fucking mind off so much. I forgot what I was doing.
He gets nervous when talking about pussy and ass.
Super nervous.
Been married for 20-something years. He forgot about it.
Where were we?
Yeah.
My dog's here. We got BeatBox305 in the building.
BeatBox305.
What it do?
We just found out, was it Joe
Boxer, a.k.a. Joe Boxer, a.k.a. Joe Schmo, is in the building. For all you kids that got baked when he was Joe Schmo, he's here now.
There it is.
But he's BeatBox305.
What it do?
Everything's gangster. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate that.
You see, you got the
No.
setup over here.
Well, I was gonna get to it. I was saying, speaking of a-holes over here.
Yeah. Speaking of a-hole, big up a-hole.
Sorry.
You're looking out for blessing the speaker.
Forget about it.
A-hole.
He brought his equipment. I mean, you can tell he's ready to get busy. That's for sure. And we're gonna get to that. I just found out a lot of funny stories about you, a lot of stories that for me were interesting. We just met recently, a couple years ago, and you are a cool, solid motherfucker.
Appreciate that. Man.
Yeah, no, and you always rep Crazy Hood, and all of us respect the shit out of you.
Thank you.
And your craft, what you do in your craft also is very dope.
Appreciate that.
You're from Orlando originally?
Nah, I was born here.
You was born here?
Yeah, I was born in Hialeah, raised in West Kendall.
Why were you in Orlando doing a bunch of
because I used to live in
competitions and
Central
whatnot?
Florida. Yeah, like 5-6 years ago, I moved to Central Florida for my business.
So is that when you started getting busy with like?
I mean, I was always getting busy,
competitions
like trying to be
and
in the scene. But I had a friend out there, a few friends out in Orlando, and they were putting together a show, like a battle of beatboxers. And it's more like a networking thing, getting everybody together, getting things hyped up and all that. And I think it was like 8 or 10 beatboxers that went out there throughout the state of Florida. And, went out there, did my thing, met up with everybody, and, just rocked the stage and ended up winning that night, man. So I was...
Your first one?
Yeah, that was my first like real deal battle.
Dope.
Yeah, it was super dope, man. And I don't feel like I should have taken it. You know what I mean? I think there was a younger homie called UC Beatbox. He's a dope cat. At the time, I think he was like 17. I can't remember how old he was. He was super young. He was the youngest one out of all of us.
Did you pay the crowd?
Huh?
Did you pay the judges?
No.
So then you deserve it. You weren't supposed to win it.
No, it's just everybody was dope. I'm just.
No, it's God's plan, brother.
Yeah, everybody was dope, man. And
you were supposed to win it, and you did. If you didn't, unless you paid people off, I almost shot you out. Well, that's actually pretty fucking dope. That had to have motivated the shit out of you.
Oh hell yeah, it did, man.
Did you get notoriety off of it? Like, did anybody with name hit you up and be like, "Yo, I seen you."
There was some people here and there, but nobody like super out there that was already making it. And I was already knew a few people throughout the beatbox game. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
let's go backwards a little bit. Like, what actually made you get it? Like, want to do beatboxing?
Man, it's just something that I was born with. Really, noises has always caught my attention. I don't know if it's an ADHD, ADD thing. And that's the only thing that kept me calm. Just thinking of noises. So as a little kid, 2-3 years old, jodiendo, your parents, the first thing you do is just be annoying as hell. And as you get older, my uncles, they were DJs, and that's where I really started mimicking drum sets. And at 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, you start hearing those sounds, and you're like, man, that really catches your. At least for me, it caught my attention. I just wanted to emulate that so bad. Like, I wanted to be the mimic for that. Like, when you open the dictionary, that's the guy that can do that same exact sound. I'm not quite there yet because it's one of those things that you still learn it as you grow. With this craft, you're always learning something. It's like being a hip hop artist, an MC, a lyricist. You know what I mean? You're still a student to the game at the end of the day. But yeah, as I got older, 10, 11 years old is when I really started getting the rhythm down. And then in middle school came around, and then everybody wanted to be the MC. Back then that's when Wu-Tang, Tribe, everybody like hip hop was heavy in Miami back then.
What was the song that hit you? You like, yo, I fucking love this shit called hip hop.
For me, the first thing that was hip hop for me was Arrested Development, bro. Back in the day, bro.
With the Tennessee joint?
Yeah, the Tennessee joint.
Yeah?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You
At least for me. But I
very
mean,
groovy, vibey.
Right.
I'm talking about hip hop,
Not
right?
that it was whack.
Yeah,
right.
No,
Not
it
that
wasn't whack.
Not that it was whack. It's just I've never heard anyone say that. That would be the
smooth.
It's the
Super.
sounds, you know what I mean? The way the beat was.
Yeah, the drums.
And mind you, I already knew about like music because of Uncle Luke, you know, Two Live Crew, and you know, my uncles were DJs, so everybody was rocking that. The Beastie Boys.
So
you know what I mean?
you never saw anyone beatbox
No.
before you before you started doing it and said, "Damn, I think I want to try that shit."
So you didn't know about the Fat Boys or
I knew about the Fat
Fresh?
Boys
Fresh,
right
anything?
around 95, I want to say. 95.
And Dougie Fresh?
Dougie Fresh, that's around the same time. 94, 95 is when I started knowing that there was other people beatboxing.
Gotcha.
Like I wasn't alone in the world no more.
No.
You know, I literally thought I was the only one
He
that was doing
beatboxes on the ass.
Hey.
It's a lot more squishy farty sounds, but
when the
it's
lips are
beatboxing.
rumbling on it, they love it.
Yeah,
Depends on
man.
what it
They
is.
love the
You gotta
vibration.
hit him with the, you know, right there,
you
bro.
would fucking drive him bananas.
You can teach him something.
I'll give you some pointers, man. You know,
And he's
tira leche con todo
beatboxing,
lado.
butt eating ass.
Let's do it. Butt effects.
The butt effects.
The
Write
tutorial.
that down. We already got the mints. EA
got-
mints.
we got-
Eddie, like EA mints. Eddie ass eater mints. EA
Yo,
mints.
for
It's in
real.
your ass.
Yeah.
Huh? H.
Mints are coming.
H. Don't fucking play. And nobody take that fucking idea. That's just ours.
The mints are coming and now we
EA
got
mints. It's in your ass, bro.
butt beats.
Yo, that's funny, bro.
But the butt beats will work heavy duty because you need the music with the.
Yeah.
It's gonna smell good. It's gonna sound good.
Okay.
Right?
Forget about it.
It's
It's
the
the
shit. Literally.
I know you're ready for the marketing. We'll talk in a minute. Yeah, but don't steal that idea.
Okay, so in '95,
That's great.
when you heard that.
Yeah,
and then-
so yeah, around that time.
So,
it's-
so let me ask
But
you
you
a
was
question.
already doing it.
Before you, so but at that age, 94, 95, how old are you about this time?
like 15, I want to say.
Okay, well, I just heard from a little birdie that before you even were into this hip hop world, you were always into a lot of youth groups and whatever it was before that. We want to be like, is that?
Youth groups would meaning like what, like church and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I grew up in a church. My dad's a pastor actually.
Dope.
And he's been pastoring about 35 plus years now.
Oh.
And so I grew up in the church life, not heavy, but you know, I was a part of it, you know, until around 15 or 16, I want to say about 16 years old, you know, was like the last times I went to church and had, you know, personal situation, whatever. I just separated myself for, you know, whatever reason. Now I got back into it, you know, the last few months I've been going back.
Nothing wrong with church, bro.
I love it,
You
man.
ever
know what I'm
beatboxed
saying?
at church just to show
Yeah, I
what
actually
you can
have,
do?
man. I actually have. I
To
stuck
show
in
what
there.
the fuck you can do. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
so this, I was like 13, 14 years old, and my parents had went out of town to Canada. And I brought the homies over, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, all my boys were MCs and shit, so we snuck into the church, and the church had a badass sound system. I think we got it on VHS somewhere, bro. And
No, loco, I ain't talking about doing bad shit at church. I said, like, you're going to church, and it's church is in session, and you beatbox in front of the crowd.
Oh, in front of the
That's
crowd?
what
Nah,
you're
I
doing.
never really did it in front of the crowd, you know what I mean?
Now church is
Oh,
so
you
much.
made it an underground
You
spot?
didn't hear what he said? He brought his boys over, they broke in.
They broke in.
I thought it was good. I thought it
They
was
drank
good.
all the Jesus
All
wine.
the Jesus juice.
That shit was
Oh,
gone.
man.
Yeah.
I look at it, think I see shit,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
He had
They
bread
put-
and wine.
They open up a can of Spam, put on the little bread that they give you, you know, the offering bread. That little paper, they ate that
We
shit.
had to bless the night that way, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Horrible. I was talking about being a real, you know what I mean? Like,
No, I didn't get the opportunity to do that there. I mean, I've had sang in church like some certain songs that I
I
like.
see
you
so
know?
many people,
Yeah.
rock groups, rap groups in church now, like that. But my kids go to church up in Wellington. I walk in. It was just every Sunday is a concert. It's just a concert.
Yeah.
And saying, they're gonna throw in 15 minutes of the Bible.
Yeah.
But the other 2 hours just singing and
praising.
That's all. But it's all in rock or rap. It's just different.
I haven't
times.
seen it in rap.
I didn't grow up.
I
Oof,
haven't seen
what?
it in rap.
I've seen it so much.
The last time I
I
went
grew up
to church,
with no music except for whatever with the Heinz. Whatever. My mom gave me a quarter for the offering. That was cute.
this guy. I went to church,
Say-
I'm going to say like 5 months ago.
Did you?
Yeah. I went, and then
Look, you didn't burn up in there.
and it wasn't in the church. It wasn't in the church. Maybe that's why I didn't burn up. It was in the school auditorium.
Chapel?
Nah, the school auditorium.
Oh,
This
so
was huge.
what's the church about? There was churchy people in there?
It's I think it's a Christian.
Did you just go?
A Christian church.
Why
No,
were you
it wasn't
there?
school. It was over here on what's that on Martin Luther King Boulevard, right off the.
Why were you there?
Because it's a church. We do church on Sundays.
You picked that church. You naming the
Well,
church in
no,
85
he
years.
needed a cleansing, is what he needed.
You picked
no,
a
no.
church
Going for a
that's
cleansing.
50 minutes from the crib. Why though? That's what
Co-workers invited.
Thank you.
Say, yo, come by and
Jesus
check it out.
Christmas.
So, whatever, I want to check it out. And let me tell you something. All them girls was dressed, ready to go to brunch right after church.
Oh yeah,
Brunch?
Oh, yeah.
You club.
Yeah.
It was early in the morning. What do you mean? Brunch. They
You know
going
what I
to
mean?
church.
But they look clubbish.
Going to church?
Yeah, they look like they going out to the club.
I've seen them.
But they go to church, get the
Yeah,
gobby.
they ain't no more little stub heels. High heels, 6 inches.
It's called CNM,
That
Church and
ain't
Mimosas, man.
Oh.
You
You might start something there. We can sell the EA mints.
Tremendo. No, I'm about to start serving it in church.
There you go.
Why? I think it'll work everywhere.
It'll work.
That's
They're godly.
right. They make you smell godly, boo. Well, so many phrases. We're gonna win on this one.
No, let's stop it.
And then we'll make halal mints for the Muslims.
True.
Yeah, it's easy as long as it's organic. And we bless it.
Yeah, it's got to be kosher,
And-
right?
No, kosher.
Organic or okay, yes.
Jews.
Okay, yes.
We'll make and we'll make kosher one too.
Do kosher.
Yeah.
We're for the world. Okay, so you get past that. You were said about 14, 15 when you did. Is that when you did that competition that you won?
No. I was
Okay, so that was earlier.
This was like 5-6 years ago when I did the.
okay.
It was 2019 to
Nice.
be exact. Yeah,
Okay,
that was
okay.
right before COVID, and I'm here thinking, all right, we're gonna
yeah, you about to
2020 is
drive
coming
in,
in. We're gonna start, getting around in Orlando, hitting the little spots, whatever, ciphers and jams and shit, and then
How was the
COVID.
scene out there?
Yeah,
because
Orlando scene is
of COVID. But I mean, the hip hop scene.
Hip hop scene in Orlando is
Oh, no,
fire.
it's-
It's super lit out there, man.
Yeah,
A
no,
lot
I've
of
seen it. I
great talent.
wanted to see through his eye. How did you feel about it?
Oh, I loved it, man. Everybody's super talented. I met a lot of people out there, and they're all great artists out there, man.
Nice.
You got Abson, you got I Am Pain, LE2DA, which is he's a dope artist too, man. I mean, Del Chavan is another one. She's a great singer, man. A lot of good people out there, man. There's a good community out there, healthy community of hip hop acts out there.
No.
It's dope.
So if not, and I don't mean it like so. If it was such a good hip hop scene, what made you transition here?
No, Miami's always been my home. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I moved out there originally for business.
Got you.
I
So
own
you
a
just came
painting-
back home.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I own a painting company for new constructions over there in Central Florida, and I paint a lot of the new homes that are being built out there. And I have crews that work for me. I don't really do the dirty work anymore.
Call the boss.
Yeah, the boss, man.
Hey,
Get out of here. No.
Forget about it.
paint the
about it.
fucking wall, man. Hurry the fuck up.
Grab that brush, eh?
Oof,
No,
I wish it was that easy.
So in the meantime, while I was there, I was searching for a spot to be. Okay, let me just spread my gift out. Let people know who I am here in Central Florida, because I knew people out here in Miami, but I really didn't meet everybody like how I am now. I'm blessed right now with the scene that we have here in Miami. So I have a couple friends that live in Orlando, and they invited me out there. We started chopping it up and seeing the scene out there, and I was like, man. And that's where it just kind of blew up there, Nothing crazy, but it was just enough to network with people and meet people.
Yeah.
And that's all I wanted, man. All I ever wanted to do was just beatbox, create tracks, create a feeling, MCs rhyme on it, singers sing on it, whatever
Nice.
it is, and just make something of nothing. You know what I mean? That's
And you
what it
need
was.
the influence. How can you be inspired by nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there are artists, 1 out of a million, that they don't need. They'll be in a blank room and they'll create some art. But I've been writing forever. Have I made a song? I haven't done shit in the past couple years. Why? And he knows why. There's no hip hop inspiration around me. You know what I'm saying? When y'all come around here and my wife lets me come out to play for 1 hour to do this is my inspiration. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I can write a song about this, but that's one verse. Now, I need some more of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not outside like we used to be.
Right,
But
right.
but my everyday is not super hip hop inspiring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I'm like stagnant with writing, and there's no rush to write anyway. For me,
Right.
when there's something for me to say, I say it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like no one's gonna make me do it, and I'm not gonna make myself do anything. I gotta make sure it comes out.
Beast in
Be
the
mad.
hood.
So but yeah. So the inspiration, it means a lot to me. I know you were rapping before, and you were in a group.
You rap too?
I mean, I dabble. You know, I'm with John Apocalypse. You know, I'm 1/5 of John Apocalypse. Well, there's
John
2/5 in here.
John
John
Apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you.
Well,
So it's a crew.
it's 5 of us. Yeah. So,
Well, you
so
say
it could be any of
John.
us. You know.
Hey, baby. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Beats in the Hoods always come with gifts.
Oh, yo, thank you, man.
Gang banging on the blunts.
Chestnuts.
Oh, that's yeah. You got
Yeah,
DJ. Why am I going blank now? DJ Nelson from Puerto Rico. You got his nuts right there in your stretch nut in your hands.
And they golden.
And it's golden.
They golden.
When you can't make a good beat, just
It's a hell of a fidget spinner. Let me tell you that. Yeah.
So John Apocalypse.
Yes, sir. John Apocalypse.
How's it? See, that shit's confusing, bro.
Why?
If it's 2 people, why the fuck is it John Apocalypse?
Griselda's more than
5.
one person.
It's 5.
Yeah, but Griselda's more like it's an actual record label. It's not a.
But still the name of the crew.
Yeah, the name of the
the
crew
group.
was 5 of us, you know, and so the whole theme of, you know, John Apocalypse is like, who is John, right? It could be any of us. You know, it's all of us, really.
No, you see now.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you didn't give him a fucking chance?
No, I didn't give it.
What the fuck?
So how's 5 motherfuckers on there and
apologize.
I'm John Apocalypse?
I apologize.
Which
No,
one is
no,
John
no need to.
Apocalypse?
He's trying to tell you.
Yeah, so that's
Funny
what it
shit is
is.
that the first couple of months before we started releasing music, we would just post up who is John Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh, you see?
And,
That's H2O speaking in the
That's
background.
so we need you for
Why
the
don't you come
EA
over here?
Mints
Why don't you come over
merch-
here?
We need you for the
We
don't
EA
sit on my
Mints
lap,
campaign.
I'm telling your wife.
Motherfuckers would call me up and be like, yo, H, I met John Apocalypse at the freaking show
Right,
last night.
like,
I'm like,
what was he wearing?
Yeah, the guy with the long beard, dog. I'm like, oh, yo, beat the new John Apocalypse now, dog.
That's I would have kept it just like that. I was like, Dad, you got us.
Yeah,
nice.
you got it. You got
Right?
it. Yeah,
And every
yeah,
time they mention one of the 5, you're like, yeah, I said you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
First
You're
thing we
right.
want to do like,
And then you all meet in the same room. We're like, this. We all John Apocalypse.
We all John. We
Dumb motherfuckers.
form like fucking Voltron.
Yeah, I think that's dope.
Okay.
That's dope. But what happened? Y'all got into a fight? You guys ain't friends no more? What
No,
happened?
we still down. We
boy-
still
the boy
cool.
But you don't
Yeah.
want to. You don't like rapping? You rather beatbox?
No, I've always been a beatboxer. You know what I'm saying? I love the art of MC
But I heard
and writing.
I heard
you
you
know?
rapping. It was good.
Did
John.
you really?
Yeah.
No, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
I don't understand.
No, there's more coming. You know,
unless your friends are like a bunch of jerks. Like, bro, you ain't got it.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah. We got a lot of music coming.
Yeah.
we're just
I
waiting
like
for
what
the right
you
time.
guys are doing. I like that John Apocalypse. I like what you all doing.
Thank you, bro. I
And it's
appreciate
dope
that.
to
H
be able
put
to
me onto
do
it.
both of that
Thank you,
shit,
thank
you know,
you.
like rap and fucking
Yeah.
beatbox.
My thing
Yeah,
is,
no, forget about it. Why not? Make your own beat and rap
Yeah,
over
you
it.
fucking do it, you rap.
I do
Fucking
dabble
waiting for
that
a
way.
producer. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
When I'm bored
You know
at
when
the
you're mad
crib,
at
that's what I do.
when you're mad at producer, like I'm not saying you ever are, but if you are mad at a producer in the future, you'd be like, oh, you don't want to fuck? All right, no problem. Just
I got you.
take one of his beats and mimic it, and
Yeah.
just keep it. Oh yeah, rap over that
It's like
shit.
remix is
I
better.
can
You want to give
actually
it to
do
me
that.
now? I
Yeah.
took your
I'm
shit.
more than sure you could actually do that.
Yeah.
Fuck a nigga up, you're like, damn.
Yeah,
Yo,
guarantee.
for real.
Guarantee.
For real. We'll
That's
make
what I
that
would.
shit better,
That's at
man.
least something I would do.
That's funny, man. Yeah.
Different. You know
John
what I mean?
Apocalypse, man. That's what we do.
And then,
Apocalypse.
so, but are you still gonna keep fucking with that? Or
Absolutely,
you, okay.
yeah. I think we got a lot of projects on the way right now that we're building and just making sure it's right for everybody's ear. You know, if we don't feel right with it, we're not gonna put it out yet. You know what I mean? But we got stuff working, and I mean I have some stuff on my own. You know, I'm just not ready to get it out there yet. You know what I mean? Because I always tell my crew and I tell everybody, you know, when I speak to an artist or whatever. Is I respect the craft of lyricism and writing, you know.
Thanks.
I never really wrote that much, you know. Back then I did write when I was a teenager, 16, 17, 18 years old, but I never really sat there, went in a studio and had the connects and getting in there and doing all that, you know. Everything I did was freestyling, you know. And prior to having a loop station as well, everything we didn't back then we didn't have phones to record music on, you know what I mean?
Right.
So everything was just here now. But yeah, no, I mean, it's just a respect to the craft, you know. So when I do it with the utmost, and I just have fun with it, man. It's what it is, you know. If you ain't having fun with it, you know,
You gotta have fun
don't do
with
it.
it.
You know what I mean?
That's
just me.
That's
My
me
opinion.
too, brother.
You know, fun is out of hip hop right now. Everybody want to kill somebody.
Yeah, the level that we're at right now is crazy. You know what I mean? It definitely needs a quick check. You know, somebody needs to bring in La
Is
Sola.
there anybody now that you're listening to? Like, you can name probably 190s and 2000 rappers.
Bro,
right
I
now.
know. Yeah, so I mean, I love our local scene, man. Our local
I do
scene is
too.
mad ill, man.
I
mean,
love myself.
nothing against
My CD's
anybody
in my
else.
car right now. I love
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
But what I'm saying though is that like, is there anybody, a young artist that you were like, okay, he's not a fucking sheep and following everyone else. He's doing his own original thing. Originality is the key, first of all, right? And we just happen to grow up in the best era of hip hop where if there was 60 groups, there was 60 different sounds.
Yeah.
Say all originality, right?
Yeah.
Because a duplicate of any one of those groups would have never survived in our era. Yes or no? So nowadays, there's 40 fucking mumble rappers, 40 jumbo rappers. It's different. But it's also because the masses is accepting that shit.
They want the catchy, quick shit.
And there's a quick cookie cutter way to do it, and they're taking that. You know what I'm saying? And I heard this today. They heard this yesterday on the radio, or when I was out in a Drink Champ interview with Schoolboy Q. He says they're playing their lane. He's so right because the way he broke it down was we don't buy albums. This generation doesn't buy it. Not we per se. I love an album. I love to look at a physical album because I'm from that era. These kids don't buy albums today. They only buy singles, right? And they don't
even buy it. They download.
We know that.
They
only, if some pay for it, it's a single. It ain't gonna be. They don't do albums. So these kids know that formula. And when they come out rapping, they just release one song at a time. Fuck it, let's feed them what they're gonna get. That's it, right? If I give them a whole album and it's 12 songs, they're not gonna even. Their ADD won't let them get to track 3.
Exactly.
So it's like you know what I mean, or whatever. I don't want to say ADD, but whatever it is, I don't want to offend you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I forgot what the fuck I was gonna ask you off of that. But you know, I got a big up Shotty and Mowgli. I like what the fuck they doing.
They're heated heavy right now, man.
They keeping me on my toes. I only did one song this year, and that's keeping me on my toes. I barely write. Yeah, I've written some more, but they got. I promise you, listen to them. I'm like, let me just keep writing because I'm gonna be out the loop. I'm gonna be fucking stuck in '89. These motherfuckers, but they killing it.
Yeah, the scene right now, everybody's like putting in their A game.
No, we've been talking about this scene right now. Is like.
Especially in Miami, you know, I can't talk for the rest of the nation because I don't know what they got going on over there. But I can tell you what we have.
Our city, where
everybody got the pilas on. They got
everybody's got their pilas.
I like that everyone's fucking with everyone though.
No, I mean, shit, it's time.
We grew in our era. Nobody, but you would have been here like back in the 90s
early
when
90s.
we started. No one, could have been 20 groups. You would never know because we didn't give a fuck. Everyone fucked with just themselves. Right. And then you did know someone else, and you might lend a hand, but you're never gonna ask for it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we'll help you, but we don't need the help. Exactly. What do you need? Yeah. Right? Like it's a macho thing.
It's different, man. Yeah.
But now it's like, Papa, what you need?
Yeah.
I do this, you do that. We put them together. Now we got more. So, Alex Gucci. So you were saying EFN? You were saying
EFN? Again, not on.
And he's ready to beatbox.
On that ass.
Beatbox on that ass.
We went through that already.
He wants a tutorial.
You thought I was lying,
he needs a tutorial for that.
Fuck.
You get one?
Good luck at that one.
Yes, sir.
So, Dale, EFN told you...
EFN said it in one of his interviews. Again, I'm not saying it word for word. I'm just remembering whatever I could remember. He said something about...
He's not gonna sue you.
No. He said something to the effect about gatekeeping and shit.
Yeah.
And he was... in what he said after that is, well, why the fuck am I to keep gatekeeping? Because if it's not for me, it might be for somebody else that I can be helping somebody. Like paying it forward kind of thing.
Correct.
And that was like super impressive because, you know... A lot of people back then was, and there's other things too. They gatekeep on a lot of things. Anyway, salud, real quick.
Salud.
You know, OG, CHP.
Salud, yo.
You know what I'm saying? John Apocalypse.
John Apocalypse.
I met him the other day. I saw him.
I'm still trying to meet the other 3.
You got Torch and Orphanage, C. Greg, and Prince Divine.
Oh, okay.
Dope. Yeah.
Well, shout out. And you guys are all in the same.
Oh yeah,
everyone's still
in
the group though.
Yeah, we're all still together. We're still John Apocalypse. Yeah, we're still crew.
We're
brothers, man.
I know these guys all my motherfucking life. And there's nothing wrong.
And that's how it feels with our crew. You know, it feels
that's
like
good.
We've been crewing, I think, a good solid year or so. You know what I'm saying? Almost 2 years, right? But it feels like we've known each other for an eternity, bro.
Yeah,
it just feels right when you're around the right people, and then
we
are.
You can tell off the energy, the chemistry. I'll tell you in 2 minutes if I don't ever want to talk to you ever again.
Exactly. So it don't take.
And I can show you better than I can tell you.
Absolutely, I agree.
I'm a real dick.
So since you good,
but I love helping everybody.
I'm more than sure you can show better than you can tell us because you got all this.
Yeah, I was just about to tell you if you can bring out, you got the whole Robotron. Let's rock it.
Yeah,
the Robotron.
He came with the gear.
Let's get a little sample.
Eddie, give us some. Eddie, give us some of that UPS.
He got the 51 Savage.
50.
I'm gonna give you an inspiration. Can I?
Yeah.
We got a song. Don't H don't steal this.
I do a lot of originals. I don't try to do too many covers. But.
Oh, this doesn't get no. It don't get no more original. It don't get no more original than this. We only do originals. Sorry. It's an original cover of our own.
Hold on, but which one you gonna do? Talk about
UPS.
Oh, no, not UPS.
yes.
What?
Bars is what I'm talking
Bubbles
about.
in your butt.
Bubbles in your butt.
That was,
Now you're thinking.
Give me like bubble sound.
I want to hear the UPS be born, but this one right,
that
this
was
bubbles in
different.
this.
Bubbles in your butt.
Bubbles in your butt. I promise you, he got some shit for that.
Let's go.
And he's gonna come up with the ass mints.
We about
We
to
just
get
said it. EA Mints.
the beat.
It's in your ass.
Right on Grumpy OGs. We already got
It's
the
in your
bubbles
ass.
going. We got the bubbles going already.
Woo!
Bubbles in the butt.
Bubbles in your butt. Bubbles in your butt.
What? Bubbles in your butt. Bubbles in your butt. What?
Yeah.
Bubbles in your butt. Bubbles in your butt. What? I'll bubble up. I'll bubble up. Put the bubbles in. Put the bubbles in. What?
That shit is hard.
What?
So
I forgot that he has the loop.
yeah, I could just make it right now. We just,
How did you make it?
But we need the bubbles a little louder. Like some bubble.
He needs the bubble effect. Or,
Bubbles in the butt. Bubbles in the butt. What? Bubbles in the butt. Bubbles in the butt. Bubbles in the butt. All I put is bubbles in the butt. Chaka la. Chaka la. I put my tongue in your ass. Chaka la. Bubbles in the butt.
you don't want to get on your lyrics?
Bubbles in the. I haven't got nothing written down. It's all.
Yeah.
What the Harley do?
Oh, no cauliflowers. No cauliflowers.
Cauliflowers or cucumbers?
yo, that's so funny, dog. Yeah.
Telling you, bubbles in the butt.
We're doing a parody album with Eddie the Ass Eater, so it's gonna be called the. We either gonna do the Snoring album, right?
Let me get there.
You want? What do you want to stick with? That one, or do you want all?
It could be
In your ass eating.
In your ass. In your ass.
So we got something working out for the title. But we got a bunch of singles that we're probably gonna make it like 7 songs long, but it'll be a parody. But Bubbles in the Butt. But the UPS one for me is Fireballs. Send me a text message. Fly tetas. Like we got some shit. We got some shit popping. I don't want to reveal it all, but
No, don't.
Una puta
sucia.
Sucia.
Oh yeah. But what that nigga said? What did he say?
there's a
With the paquete and UPS with the paquete. I forgot what the fuck that verse was. The hook is gonna be so fly on that shit. But we start off in the beginning like we're just a bunch of like Dominicans and shit.
Yo.
Yeah, because that's ¿Quién es? Es un UPS. ¿Quién diablo un UPS? Una puta sucia. Una puta sucia. You know what I'm saying? Una puta sucia.
Yes, for una puta sucia.
Tráeme paquete. You dig?
Yo, I dig it.
Tráeme paquete.
Yo.
Put your bubbles in the butt. Put the bubbles in the butt. Yeah.
Stop talking about it too much.
The bubbles in the butt. Put my tongue in your ass. Find out what you have for. Put my tongue in your ass. Find out what you have for breakfast.
Give her the swirly and shit.
Huh?
The swirly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, forget about it. Like, he got the bowling ball. He does the bowling ball technique.
Hold on. You married? You got kids?
So funny situation.
That was a hard no.
As of the last, few months, 6 months, whatever. Yeah, I'm recently separated. After 20 years, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm 20 years now. Don't even tell me. Don't jinx me.
Yeah, we separated.
So now it's time for you to get the
If you did, then we're moving in together.
I don't know if I'm ready for the groupies, dog. I'll pass them over to you, dog. I don't think I'm ready for all that. Yeah, I gotta go slow, dog.
If they drive Harleys, you ain't ready.
No, exactly, dog. I heard about them Harley stories.
Oh, you did? Oh.
leave the
Right. We ain't talking about Harley Quinn.
What if she rolls up in a Hayabusa?
He's down for
Hayabusa with the
It's
fat
gonna be-
tire, the
it's gonna be-
320 in the back.
If
It's
she
gonna be a
came to-
different style of
if
cauliflower.
she came to his house on the same Harley, he'll eat it again.
No, but I need the booty.
Second, but you did eat the booty juice because you told her to flip over.
No,
and
there was no
the
booty juice.
There is booty juice. It rolls out to her coochie, and then when you flipped over to eat her coochie, it was already stained on there.
Oh, you got
just
truffle
didn't know.
butter?
Eso estaba.
Yeah.
Eso estaba. That
But it wasn't truffly.
that
It was
wasn't truffly
oily.
enough.
No.
It was too oily because he never touched it because the cauliflower was that big. It was like, ooh.
Yeah.
That's hemorrhoids, in case you didn't catch that.
That's what I tried to squeeze back in. That's how it sounded.
Oh shit.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, just like that.
Don't smile when you say that's disgusting. He goes, yeah, like that.
Like
no,
that.
not like that.
He fucking got the shit right on point.
You did though.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You've been there, huh? Nasty.
Well, you know, you gotta have fun in life.
That was to try to pop the cauliflower. It didn't push it in.
You know,
So what's your obsession with Bone Thugs?
man, that's what I grew up on, bro. I grew up on Bone since like early, 92, 93, I want to say.
It's the first
Fucking ranch parties down in Chrome and shit. I was like 12, 13 years old going with my cousins. My cousins at the time were like 16,
Oh,
17.
you probably saw me there.
Probably. We would a lot.
I didn't miss a ranch party, dog.
Bro.
Those shits were the realest.
Bro, all the
It's like there was no
gangueros
law
were
out there.
All the
Yeah,
beef
like
was
there was
out
no
there.
rules out there.
IMPs, TNSs, everybody was beefing
IP
out
was
there.
always
There was
having
always
big-
a fight
always
breaking out and shit
Yeah.
in the ranch parties, dog.
Yeah, facts.
Man, bro. And
But
if
they
we
were
weren't there,
dope though.
if we weren't there, we was in Saga Bay, fucking
Oof.
racing cars down there.
Down
fucking-
south?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, my younger years.
Yeah, for sure.
I got introduced to Bone through my cousin George, my older cousin, and I fucking fell in love with Bone, man, and just the style, the harmony, the melodies, the triple tongue. You know what I mean? It was different, you know, from what everything you was hearing. So, yeah, man, I was a heavy Bone fan. In fact, I still listen to their music, obviously, but not as much as I used to before, because you know, life be lifing and shit. So, and it's like you said, you take a break from music. You know what I mean? And yeah,
Do I know what you mean?
yeah.
I had my first son young, you know, so
Super young.
yeah.
So he's grandpa now.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. What
Gonna be
about
grandpa OG.
Grandpa OG.
he about to have his second one? I'm gonna have two.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the smaller flower, but he got his life in order. He's not like a troubled kid like the ones I grew up with that had kids young and
Bro.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So his
yeah,
shit's
yeah.
together. He can have 10 kids and he's Gucci.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
good.
blessed. We super blessed.
That's
Kids
really
are a
good.
blessing.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah, absolutely.
But it did change the trajectory of what I was doing.
Of course.
It happened right in the middle of our music, and I was like,
Of course.
and
Yeah.
you got to
Depends
grow
on-
up. You got to grow up like that. You know what I mean?
Real fast. That happened to me when I got married. I think I was 22, turning 23 when I got married. She was about 18. She was a few years younger than me. But yeah, then a year and a half later, then we had our first child, and you know, that really you grew up really fast. You know, we started talking about Bone Thugs. They came real quick over here, huh?
Right. I'm about to
All I
say.
heard was
The feds be listening, brother.
Who's
Wow.
eating ass? I don't know.
They're everywhere. The feds are everywhere.
Where's the ass eater?
Yeah.
My oldest son is 26.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I got two boys, 26, 23, and my daughters are younger.
Congrats.
sorry,
Eso es celebración. That was it. That was the one.
I try to sell you I'm being a nice guy for the ladies and others, but you're a clumsy bastard.
Damn it.
Yeah, so I'm glad it's on tape, so your friend knows what happened there.
Yeah,
The thing is on concrete though. There's no rug here.
Yeah, tell you that.
You want to take pause real quick or
No, we're Gucci.
keep rocking?
Can you grab those napkins for me in that bath? Thank you.
Damn,
No.
so what's it like being a grandfather, bro? At such a young age, man.
Nothing.
You know what
I
I'm
don't feel no different.
No different, right?
I don't have to take care of him. He lives in his house. I get to see him whenever I can, which is a blessing. And then when I'm done, I give him right back and I go to the crib.
Do you feel?
No,
go ahead. My fault.
No, I don't have anything more to it.
What I was gonna say, do you feel like it's like you're having another child again? Like if it was yours?
It's
you know what I
feeling
mean?
that now, right now.
Yeah.
Because he's growing and now he's noticing who I am, and that feeling's dope.
Yeah.
But when he's super little, you don't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
But I'm still, I still love the kid. He's still, little white Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pero, he's the cutest little thing.
So about your grandson?
No, I'm talking about the fucking girl you dated last week. Yes. Fucking So yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's good. My son had the age I had my older son. He had his first kid at the same age.
Oh wow.
And then Xavier's after him, and now he's having the same kid, the same age.
No way.
No, this is ridiculous. You understand?
It's amazing.
And it's like
His son is.
my son is
He's alright.
EA1.
Yeah.
His name is Julius. We call him Juju, but now we call him G.I. Juju.
G.I. Juju.
Yeah, he's a lone wolf, brother. He's fucking both my kids.
Nothing wrong with that.
Both my kids have great drive in two different directions. Like Xavier's doing cybersecurity. He's great. His life is good. He got his girl with him. She's awesome. And then Julius got his whole life with his wife and the kids all center. And he's been so structured his whole life. It's like 15. EMT, paramedic, firefighter, Air Force. He just doesn't. All at the same. This is right. He get like 5 checks a week. The kid is getting it. You
That's
dig?
good, man. You raised him right, bro.
No, he's. I give him all the credit, but obviously the parenting is something. And I think I'll take the credit, but I like to give him the credit. He's just a bad motherfucker.
That's good, man. He's doing.
All
his
my
thing.
kids are bad motherfuckers.
He's doing his thing. It could have went different, man. Because the generation now, you know, it's not like how we were when we were growing up.
Nothing, dog.
You know, they had a whole different. You know, so be proud of that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Super
it's
proud.
the same way I feel with my daughter, man. My oldest is 19, and she's in school now for nursing, trying to get her RN's license, which she's got like another year to go, I think.
And that pay is beautiful.
Yeah, man. She's gonna be great, man. She's giving me no headaches, bro, and I'm super proud of her.
My daughters don't give me no headaches.
Let me tell you,
I love
man.
it.
I have 2 girls. My other daughter's 10 years old, and my youngest son is 8.
Right.
And man, they're just, you know, I know I'm lucky, man, because when I was their age, bro, I was the worst fucking kid you could ever have. As a parent, me and having me as a child, I give my parents hell.
I don't think you were worse than Eddie.
I had no authority above me.
Wasn't that bad.
You know, growing up, you know, my dad and my mom could not control me. I
That's like
believed
my
in my
brother.
head like I had
Like
nothing
Landy.
above me.
Yeah.
So, you know, seeing how my kids are, I was like, man, I got lucky, bro. 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Because they could have went south with my son.
But then again, it goes back to the parenting. You're not gonna do if anything happened that you felt was negative in your childhood. Why would you put that onto your kids?
Word.
That's just being an asshole. That's not being a parent.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not a real parent.
The cosa is that all the generations before us, they learned from how
from what
their
they were,
parents whooped their asses, and we got our ass whooped. But I think we're the generation that stopped that, right? We didn't perpetuate the system, and
I definitely got good ass whoopings,
So,
but fucking yeah, my dad's 6'7", 6'8", big motherfucker, bro, Cuban. And back in the days, bro, when I would say, "Oh fuck you," and I'm 4 or 5 years old, me metía Tabasco sauce, you know, and jabón.
You were a bad kid.
Yeah, no, I was bad.
My mom
bro.
would never let me hang with you.
If it wasn't that, I was in the corner of the wall with kneeing down in a pan of rice and shit, you know. Some old school Cuban shit, dog. You know what I mean?
Okay, he said that too.
I said right.
Yeah.
We used to kneel on raw macaroni.
rice. Oh, raw macaroni. Okay.
Yeah,
So you rompía fucking shrapnel all up in your fucking
Yeah, I
shit.
had little rainbows on my knees for 4 or 5 months.
Imprinted it, yeah.
They thought I was part of the alphabet community,
No, for real.
the LGBTQ, you know. So,
De pinga.
but my mom was single, trying to raise 3 boys in Chi-Town in the middle of the fucking hood. That's why we have to get your ass whooped for discipline, right?
Straight up.
But she hit like a 6'7" man, so you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
She coming real like
Barehanded or sandals or what?
whatever's in the room. She's Puerto Rican.
Whatever she could reach quick.
If there was a mic, she would hit this goddamn mic. And she did it real smooth one time. We skipped school. We're hiding under the bed. She said, for an hour, she was there. We don't know where our lunch break is. We just know she's at work all motherfucking day. Never saw my mom when I was little.
Yeah.
Worked like a motherfucker the way I do now. It's real weird how that shit transitioned. We're hiding under the bed. She goes in for an hour, turns the TV on, eats lunch, all this shit, and then she goes, we thought she's about to leave. She comes back to me and goes, all right, get out from under the bed. And me and my 2 brothers look at each other like, we're fucking dead. We get out from the bed and we're like scared. And we know she's about to whoop her ass. She take off her belt. She goes, take off your clothes.
Oh,
She
shit.
ain't get you with no clothes on. She wants this bitch to count. You smell me?
Oh.
And one by one, whoop her ass butt naked, and it was awesome. It was well, you learned. I'm saying,
She knew you guys were back at the crib, bro. She smelled it.
yeah, and
No, these bozos left their book bags.
let the book
Oh,
bags on the sofa,
right on the sofa.
Slipping. aka my bed.
slipping.
These geniuses.
Whatever. What I was saying
There's
is,
3. There's 3.
we don't
Grab my
desecrate
ass.
I never touched my daughters in my life. I never will. Probably. I'm saying like there's no need for that. They good kids, thank God.
But you give them a good pecozón if they
But what if they need to? If they happen, that don't happen in my house.
No, shouldn't.
just because they don't do
Shouldn't.
it. Because they don't do it, they have
we
a
give
test
them,
job.
we give them the 20% respect that you're supposed to give them as the parent towards the kid. They give me the 100% respect as they should. I say 90%. You know, sometimes you want to give them a knuckle sandwich, but you just don't. There's a reason for everything. Just don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't hit my girls. I don't hit my boys. I think I had to hit Julius one time because he was grabbing Xavier's nuts too hard and kid couldn't even breathe and shit. Like it was. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
You know the one thing that works for me, and it's funny because I never thought I would
Chinese
have
water
that.
torture?
No. For my kids.
That works too, though.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know.
I never understood, you know, how you get the parents that'll give you the look and shit. You just give them the look. That's it. They just my kids. I never thought that would work. You
Of course
know?
it'll
And
work.
It works, man. 'cause
Yeah.
They look up to you, right? So
Because
they know
you don't
when
know how
dad's
evil
pissed.
you look when you put that look on.
And I don't even notice the look that I get.
Yeah,
but whatever
they're
it is,
like, yo, daddy
they
looks like a
know.
monster.
Yeah, they know. Don't
Don't
do that
fuck
shit.
with me,
Don't-
right?
Yeah, they know. They know I don't fuck
Yeah.
around. Like I don't beat my kids or anything, bro.
Yeah,
They
facts.
know I don't play that.
The look is, the warning right there. Don't cross this look.
And I didn't have easy growing up. You know, me and my dad.
Man.
You know, we had a rough battle. You know, like you know. As growing up, you know, to my teenage hoods, you know, and you know, even though he was a pastor, it didn't mean nothing. You know?
No,
we were still human at the end of the day.
Still gotta respect
So
him.
the way he was raising me was super tough love, and I always felt like he didn't love me. Like I always felt like not pun intended, my aliens, right? Shout out Mowgli, Marlon, and Shadi.
Right.
But I always felt like I was an alien in the family, bro. Like I wasn't meant to be in this planet. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, I'm different. You know. And so it was just mad tough love and seeing the way, because my grandfather wasn't easy either. His dad wasn't, you know, he come from Cuba. You know, the old school Cubans, they're fucking rough as shit.
They only know one way.
Yeah, that's it, only one way. And but with me, I didn't want to pass that on to my kids. You know, I wanted to change it.
Me neither.
And something that I learned as being a father was reverse psychology, bro. Like how you respond to your kids, bro. It changes how they're gonna love you or how they're gonna hate you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you come at them, if they did something minor that was wrong, but you know it pissed you off, you don't go in there, oh, pero qué pingo, what the fuck? You don't do that. You go, hey, what's going on? Hey, what happened? You change the tone. I started learning the psych of that.
And they'll tell you.
And bro, oh my goodness, and especially with my son, you know, because my girls, again, they didn't really give me headaches. My son, he's a little bit, you know, the boys are the more of the curious, you know, want to get out there and really test the waters. You know, it's just men shit, alpha shit. You know what I mean? And seeing that in my son, and then with him, if I would have came at him rough, forget about it. I wouldn't have him where I have him right now. You know what I'm saying? That kid looks up to me. I know my girls do too, but my son, I could tell how much he. Yeah. The kid mimics me with beatboxing, you know, and all that.
My wife says that all the time.
Yeah.
With my daughter, you know, it's the mom to the female to the daughter thing is a little different. That conversation is easier for the daughter to talk to the mom than the father when it comes to like privacy shit.
Yeah, all the time.
Stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I respect that.
Yeah.
But if she tries to disrespect my wife or my wife needs backup, I gotta step in just.
Absolutely.
Your mom's right.
But it's funny when they'll get hard with mom when dad's not around.
Yeah,
but when dad walks in, when they see that shadow coming around the corner of them, they change. The whole demeanor changes. The whole oh no, I wasn't really mad. I was just trying to.
And you're like, I heard the whole
fucking thing from down the block.
You know I love it. That's when you take off the bill and you fucking whip him.
No.
You
fucking put the tire and throw it at him.
In your head, you do.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But being a parent is amazing, bro. I'll tell you that, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's just how you approach the situation, man. Because
it's
remember,
a blessing.
Just to finish this part of the segment off, you know, I say it in one of my verses in one of our songs that we got coming out is, you know, our kids are a version of us, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, they grew up to be a version of us. You know, they're our seeds, right? So why would you hurt that? You know, that's a piece of you, man. Eventually they become you when they get older. So it's just what you pass on, the legacy and shit. So
I'm telling you that's the thinking that I think from our generation down changed. We saw it different.
Yeah.
Old school shit is old school shit.
Old school's old school.
And you can't really, you know, put it on them. This is what they saw. This is what they learned.
That's why I ain't had no kids, because I'm a rotten seed.
That and plus you ain't spitting out too much semen.
Considering having kids at any time, or you're just like, nah, you're already accepted. Like, look, I'm good. I don't need kids.
He looking for a nice middle-aged woman who already been done that. She don't want no more kids. They Gucci. They can move on as long as she treat him right.
And roll and travel.
That's it.
Just do some partying.
That's it. Yeah.
And she has to have a couple pairs of Timbo boots and bamboo earrings. At least two pair.
You know, we could find something like that.
Oh, they're all over. Yeah. You ever heard of a place called Hialeah?
No.
Shoot.
Well, I like my chancleteras.
Chancletera. He don't want the classy chancletas, oíste. Don't you dare come over with the $100 chancletas.
The real thin ones?
The ones that are thin? Do you remember Winn-Dixie?
You can rock the $100.
You remember Winn-Dixie, the supermarket?
Yeah, Winn-Dixie.
You know, by the bread aisle, they hang those chancletas. That's the ones he likes. The ones with, the little string here got like 7 hours.
7 hours?
After that, on the 8th hour,
they dissolve
it's the toe string sandwich.
He loves that.
Oh,
I got a foot feet. He likes feet, And I don't care. And I love it. That's awesome if you have beautiful feet. I just have a foot
I like
fear.
a woman that got nice feet.
You should. Who doesn't?
I'm picky as fuck about that. I'll give you that. I'm not a feet guy, but I prefer a woman to have nice feet. If you have ugly feet, I'm sorry. I don't care how bad you look.
Who doesn't? Whoever said, "Oh, I hope this bitch got a six toe out there"?
All I'm saying.
No one's ever said that.
But that's all I'm saying.
Everybody wants her to have a nice set of feet.
You have a foot fetish. No,
you do. Because he's like,
I like girls that got nice
how
feet.
you be like, ooh, this is what he do. If she walk up in here, let's just say it could be your cousin H. Oh, my cousin Eddie. She got Santa Claus.
First thing I'm
Eddie, my cousin.
I'm just the first thing I'm
my
looking
cousin
at.
Cinderella. Eddie's she's up here, but Eddie's looking at her feet first. And he, loco, te lo juro. And then when she walks away, he be like, oh, she got nice toes. I was like, you are nasty.
If she got nice toes, and she take care of that shit.
Yeah, and he don't care. He'll eat the hell out the toes.
Listen, I could attest to that, bro. I've done that. Not to be weird or anything, right? It's just when you look at a woman, oh, she's pretty. Wow, she's pretty. And then when you get at
you don't want to look at
shit, that changes the whole spectrum, dog.
You're human. You're right.
Yeah.
You're a regular man. This beast does. She could look like a hermaphrodite. If she got nice feet, he's gonna notice it first, and then be like, "Whoa, she look like a man, but she got nice feet,
Nice feet, bro. She
You
got
smell
her
it?
petty, dog.
It's weird.
Stupid.
Glossy
Yeah.
fingernails.
I'm telling you.
No, obviously I see her coming. And there's
Yeah.
a female.
Yeah.
And then I see the open toe shoes. When it gets
Fall?
closer, I'm like,
Yo, I'm not telling you
I
like.
take a little peek.
I'm not telling you I agree with his taste in feet, whatever he thinks a good pair of feet look like. I'm not saying I agree with it because I've seen him come with some chancleteras that have that cliffhanger. You know, where the big toe is hanging over the chancleta,
Man.
scraping on the concrete. The bottom's a little black.
La piel is ya como
I'm
boya
gacho.
on the 17th and
It looks
boya.
like it's freezer burn, but it's really just dirty as fuck and it's calloused. I'm done.
You're lying.
Come on, Eddie.
Sorry,
You ain't
ladies.
never seen
Yo.
Hell yeah. I use her shit to open my motherfucking beer and shit. Nasty
bottle
ass
opener.
callus on her shit.
No,
Nasty.
I've had a talent.
Yeah, Eagle
Eagle
talons.
talent looking for
They all over.
The talent, yo.
And those are, so what freaked me out about toes, what put me on toes and all that shit was
Put
the
you
movie.
on?
The movie Boomerang with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah. That made you what though? Like
Like maybe
get more conscious
be
about
more
it?
conscious about
Okay.
fucking women's feet.
Yo,
But that's what I'm
funny,
scared of.
bro.
I don't want to see them because if they even look like that, you got to get out the house now.
She's bad
You know
as
what I
hell,
mean?
and then pakada. She got
Yeah,
fucking-
it's just-
Thinking like
You can't think of anything else after you see that.
Something from In Living Color, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's the
Jim Carrey.
Every older woman that you know, your mom, your grandmother, your aunts, their toes, their outside toe is always looking banged up, and it just goes to show that
The little one?
Oh yeah, women with age, they can't help it, yo. It's just the shoes that they wear, the footwear.
Los tacones.
It's
By the
everything.
time that they're in the 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
don't matter, yo. They're gonna have freaking some fucked up toes, man.
Nah,
no matter how freaking much polish they have.
I'm agree with you. I'm not even saying it's because of that, but he's not trying to look for those 60, 70, 80-year-old women.
Eventually, though, that's
Yeah.
And,
No, forget
and
the
that
eventually.
little pinky
He's
toe
sucking
can't
it up in
can't
the
be
30s.
jacked up either.
Nah.
That little pinky toe can't be jacked up either. 'cause I'm gonna be like,
Fucking looking at Lord of the Rings and shit.
Right.
it looks like it's about to rot off a fucking
Yo,
foot.
I mean, let me hang my car keys on that shit, bitch. That's nasty. I'm gonna hang my car keys on that so I remember not to look at that.
No.
That's nasty.
I love a woman that take care of her feet, her
Absolutely,
hands.
absolutely. I'm big about that.
You know what I'm saying? If she got a unibrow,
Feet gotta be
you know,
nice,
make
for
sure
sure.
that shit is, separated.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about this no more. It's making my beer taste like shit, man. I don't like it.
Fucking patas sucias, no.
I just don't like it.
Wait, you don't like patas sucias?
I don't like when Dixie sandal wearing ass motherfuckers. I don't like that.
Listen, nigga, they fun for the weekend.
Listen. Nasty. I want to hear.
You sing,
You want to really quick talk about the 60 bars of smoke?
Oh man, yeah! Shout out to GPH, man. Gridlock
Yes, sir.
Production, man. You know, Benny Knuckles, Will, Legend, Calamity, and yeah, man. Shout out to Shotty too for letting us film in his shop too. In
Big
the
up
meantime.
Shotty.
Yeah, man. That was amazing. So yeah, man.
Well, if you want to use my shop, you can too.
yeah, there we go. Boom.
Shotty sold
yeah,
his.
yo, that would
He
be
sold his.
That would be fire, dog.
Go.
You know? Yeah. So 60 bars of smoke, man. Was we still got a few episodes that need to come out that we've already have recorded. Yeah, that was a thing where it was a great way to experiment with my beatboxing and have the MCs spit 60 bars.
It's hard.
And the original.
It looked good too. I seen it. It was hard.
Yeah. Benny did his thing and Calamity did their thing with the camera work, man.
Dope,
you know,
dope.
the editing and the way the lighting and everything. They did a fantastic job. So what I would do is, would ask the MC, what particular beat they want to write to, or what have you, and then I'll just, I don't really like doing covers of beats. You know what I mean? A lot of people tell me, "Yo, covers is where it's at." Da, da, da. But I wasn't big on it, but we did that just in this scenario just so the MC could write to something that they feel. Now I'll just replicate it as beatbox, and everything you heard on 60 Bars of Smoke, was 100% beatbox. So from when the show, from the introduction of the show, the exiting of the show, everything in between was all me.
Dope.
And then of course the MCs that came out and did their thing. So shout out to all the MCs that came through.
That was hard. Super hard. I like that. That was real hard.
You know what would be dope if you did like something like you did the exact same beat of some known beat,
like a cover,
and then you go ahead and you flip it, like you start remixing it,
a remix
while you going at it, like.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like cutting it up like a DJ and all that. Yeah. It's a little difficult to do that, because you don't want to mess up the timing and the rhythm, for the MC. I think the one there was a couple tracks there that we did, like the one for Agony. The one that we did for Agony was oh crap! Hold on, man. I got a brain fart now. Give me a second, y'all.
But you can do it as your own like
version,
like beat album. Just your beats.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I got some stuff already like down, like but definitely with the mixing part like that and transitioning and all that. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's just for me. There's certain sounds that you can do and certain sounds you can't do. Right. That's why I use the loop station, because I can alter it like with certain sub basses,
I'm not telling you what to do, but option.
I love any input that comes.
Option
through.
H, not H2O, but option H. Collab with another producer.
Oh yeah, man.
You're doing your version and it's missing maybe 2-3 hollow sounds
right.
that you can't. You don't think you can mimic? Get another producer, put his stamp on it, and it might sound dope as fuck.
Fantastic idea, because those are ideas that I've had for a long time, and which I'm gonna call him out right now. Tev95, I'm waiting on you, bro.
Yeah, big up Tev.
Tev, I'm waiting for you, bro.
The only song I did drop this in the past year is on a Tev95.
Yeah, so we had a little talk. So yeah, man. So that's what I want, where I lay down the beat, and then that producer comes in and fucking adds like the symphonies, the trumpets, and just just do that.
I think that would be a super dope.
That's super dope. Super dope. Whatever hi hat.
You're still getting your props from it. Your credit.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. And then they just throw all that extra sazon on it. You know what I mean?
I think it should be mostly you, and then they put their sauce.
Yeah. Well, we did that,
or at least the foundation of it.
Another brother I got to shout out is the crew, Southern Grammar, of course. Key Swagger, Salazar. And my brother Gold Sauce, you know what I mean? Gold came through with the new track that we have out there, bro. Streetbox. We shot a video for that. And
big up
shout out to
too.
H for letting us do that too, man. We appreciate you, brother. Como se llama? So yeah, Gold helped me out. He added a little bit of his effects in there, his mastering, and what he did there to make me sound good. You know what I mean? And Gold always kills it too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's another dope producer. And I left him like a gang load of beats, but
Love him. That's my bro.
Yes, sir.
Big up SLP.
Yes, sir.
SLP, what up?
Yeah, you want to ask him? You want me to ask him?
You guys.
just because we try to keep our little hip hop community alive, and the only way to keep that alive for us is trying to drop knowledge and keep it moving. So we ask everybody, and I'm sure the 5 elements of hip hop.
Yeah, man.
If you could give them to me.
Yeah, man. DJing, which is turntabling, you know what I mean? You got graphing, you got MCing, you got like fashion, and then you got people like me, beatboxers. I'm gonna say that one is one of the biggest ones. You got graphing, and b-boying and b-girling. Shout out to the b-boys and the b-girls too. And there's a whole lot more to that too. You can add to that, but I like to add beatbox in there because
beatbox.
I want to say maybe
beatbox is one of the original.
Was one of the originals, right?
The story that we heard,
it really is,
was that beatbox was the original fifth. African Boom Bada changed it in the early '80s.
No? It really is
to knowledge.
Yeah. Shout out to Rozelle. Me and Rozelle had a couple words. You know what I mean? And I finally got to meet him through you guys. And shout out to Crazy Hood and EFN, you know, for doing the show you guys did last year. At Esquina Abuela, I was able to meet Razel.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? And
That was a dope show last year.
Yeah, it was a super dope show last year.
We're going to blow it out the water this year, though.
Wait till this year. I already know this year's going to be crazy.
Well, by the time this comes out, we already done did the part.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying because...
It's going to be...
Or then we'll just put it in... We'll put it in future time. Yo, we blew that shit out the water last night.
Yo, last night was off the
Yo,
chain.
last night was crazy.
I hope nobody got footage of what the fuck happened in the back
Literally.
room. Because the shit is going to be... The shit was wild.
Yeah, man.
Eddie got his back shaved and everything. It was wild.
Word.
I wanted to say a couple things before anything because we were about to cut before we cut.
Do you eat ass?
Holy Christmas,
Bro, you know, it never really caught my attention, man. I've seen some buttholes before, you know, got married and shit, you know, and it never really me llamó la atención to do that, bro, and to, you know, to keep it quite up
You
front.
might
You know
try
what I'm
something
saying?
new now.
you know what made him like love it, which I understand what he means is that the way the female reacts after you do it.
Yeah. I think the closest I
His
got.
favorite is a girl who says she's never had it done.
A girl busted off of just eating
Oh,
ass.
I believe it. And the closest.
That has to make his ego
Yeah,
feel
shocked
fantastic.
with my
Shit
ex-
out of me, I said, whoa.
Yeah, with my ex, you know, I think the closest that I got to that world was in the taint. You know, right in the middle.
No.
You know, you get right before the rim, you know, but
Yeah,
you
no, we understand you 100,000.
ticklish area.
We got a little saying around here, Grumpy OGs, especially dudes who don't eat ass. If you don't eat your girl's ass, somebody will.
Somebody will, absolutely.
So, and that's the problem.
Have at it.
Because when it happens,
And
they want to get married.
I be delivering pizza sometimes for Hank there, you know.
Don't let the wrong person don't let the wrong person order.
And then ooh.
Yo,
Listen, real quick. I saw some bad news on the way over here when I was watching the news. I wrote it on the crew text. I don't know if you caught it. Quincy Jones passed today.
oh man, rest in peace, Quincy Jones,
Rest in
man.
peace.
He lived his life, 91.
Also,
I can do this here, right?
But he was a legend.
yeah, somebody spilled it.
Yeah, we already spilled it.
A local hometown media radio, Jill Tracy.
Wow, really?
Yeah, she passed away.
Damn.
Passed too.
God rest his soul.
Rest in heaven, dog.
Power 96.
Oh yeah, ¿Cómo se llama este?
Bobby,
Start with a B, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot his name now.
Oh my
He
God,
did the
I don't
freestyle
wanna
stuff. He
flunder
did
it.
all the freestyle stuff.
My wife is really big with him too.
He's young too, man. He was super young.
Eddie,
That was today or
Bobby
yesterday?
Bangers. I can't remember his name. My
Boogie or
God.
something Boogie. I don't know.
R.I.P.
rest
Very
in heaven
bad.
to
He had
him.
cancer bad. So and Buckshot. I hope he gets. Everyone pray for Buckshot.
too, yeah.
That was foul.
I found out about that today.
You see now, this is the thing. Nobody know. Well, at least I don't know what caused that.
No, I just want him to get better. The
No, for
legend.
sure, for
That's
sure.
it.
But
You know, or just everybody pray for Buck. Hopefully, he come out of this good.
For sure.
Hip hop. That's hip hop. Is just we always get these crazy ass news. We appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you guys, man.
What's on your socials, bro? Put it all out.
You know, I'm
anything that you want to promote.
I'm mainly on, you know, Instagram. You can follow me 305 BeatBox. You'll see my caricature come out there. Shout out to Big G for making this for me. You know what I'm saying? You can find me there, and you could also find more stuff from us at John Apocalypse. Check out John Apocalypse as well.
It's 5 of John Apocalypse.
Go on to YouTube, and you can go to GPH.
They all look the same.
Yeah, go to GPH on YouTube for Gridlock Production House, and you can find 60 Bars of Smoke on there as well. You can see all the talented MCs from Miami come through there, and it just rhyme over my beatboxing, man. And if you guys want to get on the show too, man, hit us up. You know.
How about that speaker?
Shout out to A-Ho, man. What's up, A-Ho? Thank you for doing this for me, my brother. He already knows I don't ask nobody for nothing, dog. And that night we was shooting the video with Shadi and Mowgli. And A-Ho slid through, bro. He started piecing up one of the poles there, and my speaker was right next to it. I was like, yo, you don't mind hitting it up real quick? He goes, yeah, what is it that you want? I go, no. Do whatever you're feeling in the moment, bro. And then he just went in, dog. So I appreciate that from you, brother. That means a whole lot, man.
That
Thank
right
you.
here, he made this the most expensive speaker.
Everybody keeps saying that, man, and
no,
I'm kind of
it's
worried
not-
now,
it's
bro.
not
Should I even
right.
bring it out anymore?
We'll see if you get out this office. We'll see if you make it out this
I'm gonna have
office.
to hire security with me
This
now.
is now a piece of art.
Yeah, word
This is
up.
completely a piece
I'm
of
really
art
proud of
right
it, and
here.
I salute him for that. You know, that means a lot. I do follow his work, so I already knew when he was getting in on it. I was like, oh man, I wasn't expecting all that either. So It was just a win-win situation.
We're proud of you, dog, and we support whatever the fuck you're doing. You've been supporting us. I see you on the Grizzly all the time with some crazy hood shit on.
Always,
everything.
bro. You know,
hat, t-shirt, underwear. We love it.
I got the Joe boxer, crazy hood boxer,
Whatever.
socks and shit now.
We don't judge. We appreciate all that. We appreciate you. We're glad you came on the show.
Thank you, man.
And we know for the short time that we know each other, you've been a cool ass motherfucker.
Appreciate that, man.
And you know, everyone respects you and likes you because you're a nice guy, and that's how you're supposed to be. Why would you be an asshole?
Don't take my kindness for weakness now, man. They don't call me 305 BeatBox for nothing, dog.
I love being evil.
No, but for real, thank you, bro. That means a whole lot, bro. It really does.
Sir, no.
Really does mean a whole lot.
Thank you.
You know, I've been following Crazy Hood since my younger days, my teenage days, bro. And I always been trying to find a way to link up with you guys because I knew everybody was MCing, you was rhyming and everything, and EFN was doing the mixtapes and shit. And I was like, man, let me see how I can connect with these dudes back then. It was a lot harder back then. I'm gonna tell you that, you know, in the mid '90s. Going into the 2000s because I wanted to be the beatboxer for you guys, dog. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go in there and had, you know, the whole
you know we're gonna work
session,
on a project.
So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
we're gonna work on a project.
Absolutely,
you
bro.
definitely gonna beatbox the whole goddamn beat.
Yeah, there we go. Bop, bop.
Yeah, I need some training. I'm fucking rusty in the
Got you, bro. Got you.
We'll make it happen. We appreciate you.
Likewise.
BeatBox305. You can check out a new single here with Eddie, Bubbles in Your Butt.
The rumble and the
Hannibal Heck. Eddie the Assy, the Grumpy OGs. We out.
Peace. Yes, sir.